The Alps journey led me to achieve far beyond what I thought was possible. The training and preparation such as mountaineering in the lakes and the learning about glaciers and achieving it proved to be a motivating factor for me personally. I gained a lot of confidence, self-esteem and motivation. It made me look at myself in the future prospects, and now I'm here in Southampton with a sponsorship through a degree with a leading cruise company. So just doing the GoDV and the experiences I gained from it made me overcome further challenges, and that also helped me face challenges in the Alps, which helped me make more mature and look forward to see the world.
We fundraise by doing social events and bag packs. We work to improve our fitness by joining the gym and extra sports clubs. Because of our hard work and dedication, some kind charities decided to sponsor us.
We undertook arduous training in the Lake District and Achievements, which helped me achieve my Good Week of Enterprise Award, which is not something I thought I would have been able to do. 2 years flew by, and before we knew it, we were sat with our pre-deployment brief before heading on our way.
We worked hard for almost 2 years to make sure that we would enjoy the trip of a lifetime. But where would we go? Some of us had never even left the UK before, let alone been anywhere near a mountain. It felt surreal talking about all these different places, the Pyrenees, Peru, Morocco and the Alps.
We researched the countries, mountains, costs, so we set our sights on the Swiss Alps. We decided we would trek along the Haute route, take us on the Augustboard Pass, which would take us to the Matterhorn. We longed to be walking along the European plate and looking at the African plate.
The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. So congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away.
After a short flight from Newcastle Airport, we arrived in Geneva, all very excited for what the expedition would bring. As the flight was only a couple of hours, we got to experience Geneva, learning about women in war as we walked along the beautiful Lake Geneva. The first day of our trek seen us travel by train to Sierre, and then take a bus to Arola. We found that the Swiss people were very friendly. We helped an elderly woman onto the train, and she was very thankful, as was her daughter who was not travelling with her. We walked from Arola to Lesage, a distance of 10 kilometres. We trekked to Le Goule, and by the time we arrived at Le Harderet, the weird apprehension we possessed was slowly fading into the stunning, secluded scenery. The sea of emerald green washing over the tranquil landscape that led us to our accommodation for the evening. Here we met some Ukrainians who were also doing the same route, and they would become familiar faces.
You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.
Day 2 was quite simply magnifique. We trekked from Lesage, 1,667 metres above sea level, to the Cabane du Winery, 2,825 metres above sea. The cul-de-sac at 2,868 metres was truly amazing, as was the glacier itself. The lush blue waters were exquisite, but we couldn't touch it as it was full of natural toxins. The ascent was mentally taxing and demanding on the muscles, but the picturesque scenery was our reward. The winery was so secluded but amazing. We felt insignificant sleeping beside the tremendous glacier. As we began to find things out about each other and learn just what we are capable of doing, we slept 2,825 metres above the sea next to a glacier. It was just incredible.
Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you.
We descended a sheer drop leading from Cabane de Mora in rain, so had to be extremely careful. There was a whitewash outside and the vast peaks were unseen to the eye until later in the day. We amended our route to take us around the far side of the luscious lake and enormous dam. as we were unsure that the paths of the mountainside were like after the thunderous overnight storms. We rejoined the route and headed east to the Col de Subway at 2,847 metres before descending to Zenark.
I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun. That is funny.
Day 4, by far, was the hardest day. Again, due to weather, we had to amend the route. It's like being in the Lake District, heavy rain and cloud forecast. We had to change the route slightly today, making use of the St. Luke funicular to gain height and initially above the clouds. This itself was an adventure. Although we missed out a leg of the route, to experience the funicular was amazing. It's nothing like the memory. We got back on our route and experienced the crisp, fresh air as we approached the craggy Oberrosville Pass. Flagged by immense mountains, it was a hard few hours of walking, descending down into Gruben, 1,822 metres above sea level. The smell of pine appeared abundantly as we navigated our way through the luscious green forest to the welcoming accommodation awaiting us. I felt immersed in William Wordsworth's The Prelude.
Step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left.
Gruben morning was beautiful. We were set to experience an unforgettable day as we trekked 10k to Zermatt. We headed east to the Augsburg Pass, 2,894 metres, before descending to Tarat. This was really scary as we had to cross ice, as well navigate a very hazardous route, which, if we fell the 1,800 metres, then we would have died. I'll never forget this daunting experience as we tackled the rough, jagged mountainous terrain. Crossing the ice was one of the most difficult challenges I've accomplished, and I felt a new level of leadership. We felt relieved to have completed this part of the trek, but as we approached Youngin, the view of the valleys was incredible, and we even saw a family of ibex. I felt the happiest I've ever been, the cheerful, peaceful surroundings. At Youngin, we took the cable car down to St. Nicholas and caught a train to Zermatt. On the train, we've seen a family of chamois, and of course in Zermatt, we've seen a Matterhorn. We felt so lucky.
You'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut.
Our final trek seen us reach the summit of the Unterrothhorn. It was literally breathtaking. We set off for Sunniger, 2,288 metres above sea level, and followed the footpath towards Flew. But just before we reached Flew, we turned off towards Fergie Col. This was a really hard day, and we had to work hard together to get each other through it. It was incredible once we reached the 3,104 metre summit. The view was stunning as we oared the majestic mountains. We were looking at the largest mountains in Switzerland and we were the only ones around. We were so pleased we got to our highest point on the route. We were looking down on helicopters who were delivering supplies to the cable car working up below. It was surreal. It was peaceful. It was exhausting. We overcome the challenge, and although the descent to Zermatt was beautiful but tiring, we look forward to some evening shopping in Zermatt.
And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains.
We left Zermatt, headed by train to Geneva, to then fly back home to Newcastle. Where had our week gone? We learned so much. We learned about each other. We learned about ourselves. We learned that life is an adventure.